All right, now time to see how many I happen to have hiding inside of my root cellar. They're a berry, so they'd probably be in the berry basket, but yes, all right, so I do have some strawberries already. That's a relief. I'm really in the mood to nibble on some of them today. And I have a lot of grapes. What is this? This is a ridiculous amount of grapes. What am I going to do with so many grapes? Oh my goodness. I forgot that the autumn harvest of all of our grapes in our autumn garden was so good last year. Well, I'll figure out something to do with all of those grapes. We have plenty of animals that will probably eat them in the zoo after all. But hello everyone, and welcome back to ZooCrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri, and we are here inside of my root cellar, here at my home in Zoodesia Zoo, and we're getting strawberries! Delicious, delicious, delicious strawberries, because I have an adorable little story to tell you guys while we are running around taking care of whatever tasks we get into today. It involves love, romance, and wonderful, wonderful Chips who brought home a bouquet. Well, it was really just a carton. A bouquet sounds really fancy. Of strawberries, and now I'm just in the mood to eat a whole bunch of raw strawberries. I actually have a bowl of them set right next to me right now. And I'm just gonna nibble all these while we wiggle our way up the root cellar. Oh my gosh, I forgot how cute it is down here. Oh, what's that? I also forgot that I had all that chocolate there. Good to note, good to note. That is something that my beloved Chips very much enjoys. He is quite the chocolate fan. All right, let me finish eating these. Raw strawberries don't fill you up very much, but I do happen to have a lot of them. And we'll pop out to the beautiful blue sky and green, gorgeous grass down on the ground. Oh, I could just cuddle these grass blocks right now. If only Michigan was having this amount of greenery for the bright, beautiful new lunar year, the year of the dog, as we talked about yesterday. And, oh, if only spring was springing here, but we're actually about to get 6 inches of snow in real life. So I'm thinking, even though I know I need to haul bunny hunkers and puppy tails back over to the cathedral, and I have not forgotten this is how we start getting a list of lost quests, is when I tend to get distracted off of them. I kind of wanted to bring a little bit more of spring back into my garden today, just to kind of know that while we are out there working in Zomberry Village in the Village of Light, while we are adventuring and exploring through the world, there will be spring at my back waiting for me when I return home. And that'd be pretty cool. Plus I want to see what else the capybara of spring can possibly give us. Perhaps he too is excited. Yes, all right, bright green grass. Beautiful, beautiful capybara of spring. You keep it up, my friend. I will bring you back year after year for Groundhog Day. We don't have groundhogs in Zoodesia, but I do have capybara, and I love capybara so much that I'm sure bringing him back and staring at his shadow to see if the winter will continue on or end for the year is a perfectly acceptable thing to do. So yeah, I want to work on bringing spring stuff into the yard today, particularly these cherry blossoms. As I was walking, I was just over at Zomberry Village to like check in on everybody for a second, and as I was walking back, I realized the cherry blossoms are gorgeous. And when you stand under them, here, okay, pardon me. Hello chickens. Hello, how are you? Hello, cookie chicken. I really need to find, that's going on the list of lost quests. Find more chickens, which just sounds like slang for find more chickens, but it actually means that I want to go out in the world at some point, and I want to find like the quartz chicken, the giant chicken, the emerald chicken, because these creatures, I have no idea what the giant chicken does, probably just is a giant chicken, but there's like emerald chickens in our world, redstone chickens, skeleton chickens, ender chickens, diamond chickens, coal chickens, iron chickens, gold chickens, rainbow chickens. There's chickens basically of all types and varieties in our world, and so far I've only ever met the cookie chicken. So I would love to be able to go out and meet and greet more chickens so that we can get more rare chickens that can give you cool things like cookies. Well, we do have the squicken that give you cool things like hello squicken. They give you cool things like ink sacs. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness, there's so much. They must be having a great time and very happy. Quill, and all of the clones. that we have in our chicken coop. They must be having a great time now that the weather is a little nicer too. All right, but let's swing around. Thank you, chickens. And I bet this is full. Oh my gosh, there's too many. We'll deal with all of that later. Oh my goodness. But yes, so it's a beautiful spring day, and I have a cute little story to tell you guys while we're out here in the garden. Oh, and now I remember why I got on that. I was coming in here so we could actually stand under the cherry blossom tree. Fun fact, Chips and I, our ship name, as the kids say, is Cheri for Chips and Seri. And so I'm very partial to cherries now, which is ironic because Chips does not like cherries. There's a bit of irony there, I'm sure. I adore cherries, being cherries in particular, but I'm definitely getting distracted now. Basically, look how pretty this is. I am craving spring in my heart, and it is a beautiful new year, full of new possibilities, like possibly having almost daily episodes of ZooCrafting again. And look at this. Look at these. I mean, it looks like I'm standing in a little anime right now. The wind that doesn't even exist is blowing beautiful cherry blossoms down on my head, and it's so lovely. I want to fill my entire garden with beautiful cherry trees this year. And maybe even cherry trees. Like, oh, I mean like cherry trees, not cherry blossom trees. So I think I want to work on that today, and I'll tell you guys a cute little story, which is very short actually for such a build-up. Where is my Glorious Grafter? Let's dig Glorious Grafter out. We're going to clear out the current trees that we have. They've been around for a while. I very much do love them. Let me move a few things around. Don't need my bow out. I hope not. I mean, I'm home. If my home isn't well lit enough that I need my bow out at night here, we have a problem. But for all of the lead up that I am like alluding to for this cute story and so on, literally it was just adorable because my beloved Chips came home the other day and he walked in and gave me the usual hug and then had this smile on his face, and I was curious. And he walked up to me and he opened his backpack and like a magician pulled out a carton of strawberries. Delicious organic strawberries that smelled so fantastic. I could smell them like as soon as he opened his backpack, the smell of fresh strawberries. Oh, hello, River. Just filled the room, and I was just taken aback because I love strawberries. And he handed it to me. And it was like a magician's trick, and it was so funny because I just stared at him, and my very first thing I said without thinking was, "Do it again!" He pulled out the carton of strawberries. See, there we have a little cherry tree there. We should plant more of those. And I just got so excited that I looked at him with huge eyes and told him to do it again, and he burst out laughing. So he hasn't repeated that trick just yet since he just like did it a couple days ago. What is this? Did I get more? Oh, damp grass. Thank you very much, Capybara of Spring. I guess you're telling me to stay focused here, eh? I'm going to put this large-foot Dendrobium epitite plant up in the tree for a second. And then we've got more lavender. Ooh, lavender is so pretty. I very much enjoy the smell of lavender. All right, putting that down. I just want to harvest what I can off of the trees before I cut them down. And we can also clear out all of these guys because it's been a little while. And then I'll come in and we can drop all of the plants that we're gathering. Gosh, it's been so long since we've done a garden episode. I'm so happy. But I drop all of the plants, the food that we gather, like the raw food, the beans, the eggplants, chili peppers. If I'm gonna keep my strawberries, I better be responsible and find a corner in my overstuffed backpacks to shove it in. My gracious. Let's see. I'm gonna put the basil in there and the pecan and the chestnut. There we go. And then I'll save the seeds to put in the seed shed. We actually have a seed sorting shed, just like we used to in the old world. Well, actually, I guess the seed shed was something I was working on. Oh well. In you guys go. In you go, seeds. But yeah, it was just really cute. The end. Like I said, that was more build up than the story deserved, but it was just a very special, cute little romantic moment. So I thought I would share it with you guys. All right, and plus it does mean that I am very much in the mood for strawberries, so it affects all of you because Chips gave me such a delicious gift. Also, wow, cinnamon wood stays like cinnamon? That's so interesting. Wait a second, does that mean, let me come through and let's see. Hello? Was that the puppy's stomachs growling? I very much do not like having something growl at me in my own garden. Thank you very much. But yeah, anyway, I guess it does affect you guys because it means that I woke up today and I was like, you know what? We're gonna actually go ahead and we're gonna work on the strawberries in my garden. So while we're out in the rest of the world and doing all of the work that the rest of Zoodesia needs of us, then I can come back and we can do some gardening now and then to kind of break it up because you guys know how much I adore gardening. All right, we'll swing over here and put these things away, and hopefully the thing, whatever it was that growled at me in my own garden, won't come and get me. And we'll put down this cinnamon block right over here, the little cinnamon wood, and we'll see if it grows. I'm really curious now, like if it's going to keep growing cinnamon, because that'd be kind of cool. I could just put it in my little kitchen over here, and then we could just like pluck off some cinnamon. Or it would be really cool. Let's grab this tea, and then there's my shears. But it'd be kind of cool to go ahead and put a cinnamon block, if it will indeed continue to grow cinnamon, right here. And then if I can, yeah, see? Put the tea leaves on top of it, and then we'll let it kind of be like cinnamon tea. We can pretend it's some sort of exotic flavor, exotic species of tea. Also, my friends, it is a good thing that we're here in the garden because we actually need these raw tea leaves. These raw tea leaves can be made, I think you have to smelt them. I'm trying to remember how. Jaw crusher, shaped tea leaf. There we go. Yeah. Oh, the grater. That's right. If we make a grater, we can actually take all of these tea leaves and turn them into cactus greens. And we need the cactus green dye in order to make the beautiful stained glass windows for the cathedral in the Village of Light. So it's a roundabout way of getting here, as most of my ways of living appear to be. But it is related to building the cathedral still. And it's also just really nice to begin the Lunar New Year, which, as I mentioned, is the new year that my family actually celebrates. My family being Chips and I. But it is really nice to spend the Lunar New Year at my home in Zoodesia, because it is the home of my heart, after all. Will you not let me? Did I already pluck the leaf? Okay, I guess I already got the leaves off that. All right, there we go. But we'll gather all these up and then shove the tea leaves into my backpack. And then later we'll make a grater. And just like that, later we'll make a grater. Oh dear. But just like that, we'll have some green dye that we can work with in the Village of Light. All right, let's cut down the rest of these trays. But yeah, I just was very tickled. And I love my chips very much. So I thought I would share that story with you guys because I thought it was sweet. There we go. Let's cut all these down. Don't mind if I do. What on earth is even going on over here? Who knows? All right, let's clear all that away. And it is just nice to do some gardening. And hopefully this year, I guess since this is kind of just like a casual gardening time with Seri, I can go ahead and tell you guys some things that normally we would have to put aside for the sake of focusing on the well-being of Zoodesia and continuing its projects. But this year should be really fun because I might actually have a chance to plant a real garden with all of you, which I am very much looking forward to. As you guys know, if you have followed my vlog channel for a while, I used to do all sorts of gardening that I would vlog and I would share with you guys, and people sent in flower seeds and it was so fun. We worked on cleaning up this abandoned area between some fencings next to the apartment building that I lived in, and we completely transformed it. We made it look so nice, took out bags and bags of trash. I remember Chips that year, he saw what I was doing, and so he bought me a rake and he bought me all sorts of like tools so that I would be able to go and I would be able to work on cleaning up that polluted area. It was just full of trash and glass shards and all sorts of dangerous things. He got me very special gloves so that I could do the work safely. And I vlogged all of it, and it was amazing to see the support, and it was really fun because a lot of people actually went out with, they asked their parents or they just went out themselves depending on how old they were, and they went out and they went and got a whole bunch of the trash out of their parks. So it was just really fun. I had no idea back when I just started that random project, just because I hated to see such a polluted area right behind my house, that people would see it and they'd be inspired enough that they would turn around and actually go to their own parks and clean up the area around their own home. So I used to do and have the capability to do those kinds of like gardening episodes and vlogs and little things like that all the time. But because Chips and I have moved so much and we have lived in like apartments that were not near like they didn't have enough space on the porch and we were on the 3rd story, I couldn't really do any gardening. Like I did what I could. And then last year, because we were going, you know what? Aki hasn't been around. I think she moved to a new maple tree. So I'm going to actually take down this maple tree and replace it with a gigantic cherry blossom tree. I think it's time. This feels right to replace the beautiful, beautiful tree with a cherry blossom tree. This feels like the dawn of a new era, the beginning of a new year. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Whew. A little surreal, but I was ready. All right. And look at this. Just like that, we are completely transforming the skyline of my garden. All right, we'll take down the walnut tree too. There we go. And we will get to work planting a ton of beautiful, beautiful cherry blossoms in the yard. So yeah, anyway, long story. That doesn't need to be long, short. I did used to do a whole bunch of gardening, and this year, because Chips and I are not going to go to Japan after all, we'll be going next year. It's all kind of not like we don't want to go to Japan. It would have been really cool, but we're still kind of tired from our trip to Taiwan, and it is actually better for his school program that he's part of for his PhD to stay. Well, I need my cherry blossom tree, silly Seri. To stay in the United States and go to the local program at the university instead. So that's what we're going to be doing instead. And I have to say, like, at first we were a little bit like, oh, maybe it would be really cool, like kind of going back and forth a little bit to go to Japan. But if we wait until next year, because we will be going next year instead now, he will actually still be able to speak, like go, but he'll speak much better Japanese because he'll have a whole nother year of the intensive programs that he'll be part of. Also, let's clear out these leaves. I might need something to stand on, maybe some dirt really quickly. So, again, long story that doesn't need to be long, short. We will be going to Japan, but it will be next year. And so that means that this year I can have a garden. It means for the first time since we moved to Michigan, I will actually be in Michigan for the summer. And we have a beautiful backyard, as those of you who have seen the specimen spotlights and wild discoveries vlogs have seen. We do have a lot of sun and space and beautiful land behind our home. I can't really plant anything successfully off our deck, I don't think, but I can at least have a whole bunch of container gardens. So I'm really hoping I can get some herb gardens up and going. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to share with you guys the fun of trying to keep the squirrels out of my potatoes and things like that. And who knows what else we'll plant. Like, it'll be cool. It'll be really fun. So anyway, I have no idea how I got to that story. If only you guys understood how exhausting it is to be in my head sometimes. But, yeah, long story short, I'm excited for spring, and I'm excited to have a chance this year to actually have a garden. It's not going to be one that even gets to be properly in the ground. It's going to be a bunch of containers, but I'm not going to spend 3 months of my life living in a foreign country this summer. And winter is vastly too cold in Michigan to even hope to shake a stick at growing anything. So during the brief growing season I am allowed here in Michigan, I will have a garden, and maybe we can even plant some strawberries. Who knows, guys? It'll be really fun. But for now, I can have a beautiful Minecraftian garden. So let's get to work on that then. I definitely need to get some more bone meal, but I'm pretty sure I've been hauling bone meal all over the place. Here's some bones and some eggshells at least. So there we go. And actually, we might have to come back to talking about eggshells and cough cough hatching birds pretty darn soon. And let's see, so I'm going to make some bone meal really quickly, and let's go ahead and we're going to grow a couple of the big white cherry saplings these beautiful things and then cut it down so I can have more saplings. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This was totally the right move. I'm so happy. Oh, please give me tons and tons of beautiful saplings, you gorgeous tree. Forgive me. Oh my gosh, I love you. What a beautiful tree that was. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever had so many saplings from one tree before. Look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. That is more than enough. Clearly, I was supposed to plant these cherry trees. And then we've got the beautiful darker cherry tree right over here. This one may take a little bit more work. We may not be able to get as many dark cherry trees. There we go. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, this is going to be just fantastic. Whenever we're out, I can work really, really hard. Oh, more beautiful saplings. I love you too, cherry trees. Wow, I honestly don't think I've ever had so many saplings from just like 2 trees before. That's fantastic. All right. And then we have our normal cherry tree. Oh, that's right. Let's go ahead and make a few of the normal cherry trees that give these cherries. There we go. Come over here and come over here. And maybe it can be among the year of the dogs, also the year of the cherries. And we could make a whole bunch of really delicious cherry related foods. There's a banana split, a pineapple upside down cake, fruit crumble. I love fruit crumble. That reminds me, I want to start doing more Zoo Kitchen again in the future if you guys think that'd be a fun idea, where we just spend time making a whole bunch of recipes. And I would love, love, love to find somebody who I could work with to commission like a 1.7.10 additional recipe mod, because I would adore to be able to make that. I actually tried to hire Pam, who does Pam's Harvest Craft, to do it, but she gently turned it down because she doesn't want to do 1.7.10 mods anymore. Maybe I'll have to learn how to do it myself, but man, I would seriously commission somebody if they're listening. Oh, and we could make tons and tons of cherries, cherry smoothies, chocolate cherries, cherry jelly. Oh my gosh, I want to make some cherry jelly actually, because it reminds me of our cow plant challenge that we're doing in Sims 4 right now. And here we go, cherry sapling. Simply an oak sapling and a cherry gently brought together. If only it was that easy in real life. Ta-da! And now we can sprinkle some cherry trees around the yard too. Oh, I'm so happy. Let's put one. I actually kind of want to put one exactly right here. So I need to pull these leaves up carefully, so I can just walk right out of the kitchen and kind of like pluck cherries from right here. I think that'd be great. I think I need to put down oh, I'm so full of all of this stuff. I think I need to actually put down some of my dirt in order to do that though, because I don't think that the cherry trees will be very happy if they're not surrounded by dirt. Why don't I have dirt? That's there we go. That's such a basic Minecraftian thing to have. Oh, anyway, clearly I'm full of ideas. It's the new year. I get very excited about new starts, new ideas, and so on and so forth. All right, there's that one, and then let's put this one down. Oh dear. Oh, there you go. Oh, he doesn't have very many cherries, does he? Can I safely... Okay, we're gonna have to like gently... Oh no, my shears. This is turning into a little bit more of a chaotic mess than I meant. We'll come back to this particular tree, but I need to gently... Well, if I break them... If I try to cut the tree down right now, it may actually take half my house with it. You know why? Because of tree capitate. You have to be exceptionally careful when using tree capitate. If any leaves are touching and you're a little bit too close to other sources, and then you cut a wood block like the base of a tree trunk, you will actually have everything around it get destroyed too. As evidenced, if you guys will remember, and for those of you who don't remember, I highly recommend checking out the chaotic event of the day when my house, half of my house, actually got cut down back when we had Momijis, and I had given them an axe to help me with trees, and they went to cut my house down. And the next thing you know, half my house was suddenly missing. So that was definitely an event, and I learned from it. That is why you should be very, very careful when you cut down trees with Tricapitate in Minecraft. Also, huzzah! There we go. Only a couple cherries. I'm gonna have to take it. Not every cherry tree will be absolutely overflowing with cherries, but that's fine. And actually, I'll leave a little spot of dirt right there. So it'll be like walking out of my kitchen. And actually, I guess I don't want cherry leaves like right there. Does that have any cherry leaves on it? It does not. So I can go ahead and kind of prune these ones back a little. Well, actually, that was kind of useful that we didn't have cherries on every one of them. All right, and then I walk out and we'll have a beautiful cherry garden of cherry trees this time. All over the place over here. Be a big one. Be a big one. Be a really big one. Come on. Huzzah! It could be bigger, but I'll take it. And let's see. Let's put I like the white ones a lot, so we'll put down quite a few of the white ones. There we go. And then every now and then we'll sprinkle in one of the darker cherry trees. Oh, so lovely. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous, guys. This is going to be really fantastic to walk out and see all spring. And then in the summer, we might exchange these for a different type of tree. But for now, this is going to be beautiful. All right, well, let's finish this up because we do have places to go, things to do. And let's see, so much to do within the zoo. And let's see, and I haven't even been in the zoo for a while. Sorry about that. All right, we'll put that there. Maybe another one. This is very pretty because you always see in the pictures during cherry season in Japan the cherry trees that are like right up against the river. So this is kind of like lining the blossoms right over here. What? Right over here along the riverside. That is so lovely. And let's see, maybe one more. Let's do a darker cherry tree right here. Oh my! Look at them go! Alright, well maybe I will just allow them to kind of grow in their own time then. And when we come back, we can kind of see where they have decided to sprout and how big they are. That'll actually be really fun to give ourselves a nice little challenge to try to get some work done. There we go. And then come back and we can celebrate with admiring how lovely the cherry trees are. Alright, oh that's so pretty. Oh, that's great, guys. Well, it was an unexpected cherry afternoon. Can I not jump? That's so interesting. All right. Well, it was an unexpected cherry afternoon here in the zoo. Didn't really see myself spending so much time like telling you guys silly stories about life and love and the love of my life. But that is wont to happen when you happen to be very much in love with your best friend and feeling it because he brought home strawberries, and I love strawberries so much. And let's put one right there. And it's just a nice start to spring. And I'm actually really, really excited to leave, and then we can come back and we can just see the yard. Hopefully, look at that, they're just popping up. So beautiful. Just popping up and overflowing and beautiful with cherry blossoms. I think this is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be such a surprise. We'll work hard, we will get things done around the zoo, and then we'll just return, and hopefully spring will have sprung in my yard, and that'll be quite lovely. All right, oh my gosh, there it goes again. This is so cool. We can just put a ton of them down and kind of see what happens. All right, there, and then one right over here, and then good. Capybara of spring. I hope you're ready. You have no idea how much beautiful flowerness is coming, but I promise you it should be pretty awesome. All right, and now I've got to completely empty my pockets, but we're doing good. All right, guys. Well, scooch over, Alia. Tate, be careful. We don't want you like under a tree when it grows. That will possibly very much hurt you. There we go. We've got this done, and then next time we are going to work on transforming those tea leaves that I'm sure I shoved somewhere I will find again into green dye, and we are also going to get our hands on some yellow dye, possibly from digging around in my plant sorting shed, and we will try to find some gold, and I have some very special ideas in mind for that. All right, settling into a new year. We'll come back, we'll check on spring next time, and hopefully Chips won't do anything too terribly romantic, so I just spend the entire day babbling to you about how much I love the guy. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.